Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading. I actually don't know what this reading is about yet. You do, because it's probably in the title, but I'm going to start doing these like intuitive advice readings, I'm going to call them, or something like that. I don't know. Where I'm just going to ask the universe what is highest and best for you. So let's see, first off, what this reading is going to be about. We have the Hierophant, the Strength card here, and the Two of Cups here as well. For some of you, this could be involving love or marriage, I feel. There is something about your exchange of energy with people, but I do feel that this is for those of you who are looking for love. How cute is that? So let's see here what is going on for those of you who are looking for love or who are looking for a commitment at this time. And let's see. Again, I wanted to do something that was like kind of like a collective but more specific, so that's why I'm doing these. Definitely let me know down below what you think of these readings, but let's see here what is going on for you. Definitely amazing, because if you're looking for love, I feel there could be love coming in, plain and simple. This to me is more than love. Like, I feel like if this reading is for you, I feel like it's for those of you that are looking for like a commitment in general. For some of you, I feel like this is for some of you, I feel like you're in love already if you're watching this and you're wondering where this, you're like wondering where things are going to go here. I would say, and very specifically, by the way, if you're dealing with a Cancer, a Leo, or a Pisces, the answer is marriage. So there you go, right away. If you're dealing with one of those signs, I feel like marriage. You start off with the Hierophant here in your first row. And the Hierophant is a card of marriage. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're trying to find someone who wants a family, someone who has values as well. You have the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, to me, is the best love card in the deck. I mean, to me, it is everything you desire to have in a love relationship. So I feel for some of you that you desire to have this like kind of more, Ten of Pentacles is more like building or leaving a legacy. It's a lot deeper than just love. It's pretty much like everything all together. And I feel like that's what you are hoping for here. I also feel like you're hoping to find something that's like a much deeper connection. Hierophant is, again, the bridge between the universe and the earth. So, but I'm seeing this in my head as like someone who really, you have a very deep connection with. And even the Two of Cups to me is just like, it's like a little bit deeper than anything else relationship-wise. It's like, usually it's kind of like your souls are recognizing each other. So for some of you, I feel like there could be a very, intense love situation coming in for you where it's kind of like your souls recognize each other. You could call it soulmates if you want. We have the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Chariot showing up here. I do feel a strong need to let go of the past. Even this middle row here, really funny. I feel like this middle row is talking about the past. Normally, when I do a reading, it's past, present, future. I read intuitively, and I just read whatever I feel. And again, I feel for whatever reason that this is more talking about your past and where you are at this current time. But also the Chariot, really good card, but these Sphinxes, it's going to be hard to see on the card, but they are holding their tails in their paws, and it kind of says like, they are kind of thinking about the past, or, but it also kind of says they have control over the past, which is definitely like something that I think would be better for you. You have a lot of symbolism here in your reading that would represent leaving the past behind. He's leaving the city, basically. He is leaving what he has always known. He is leaving what he has always experienced. And he's kind of like allowing the universe to take the reins. He's allowing the universe to control his direction. It's like he still has his desires, but he's truly open to like new experiences. I feel like being in that place would be very good for you as far as love is concerned. Queen of Cups to me, very strong, kind, caring, nurturing energy here. I feel for a lot of you, it's just talking about you having a desire to have love in your life. Next, we have the strength card. Again, I feel like you've had to be very strong in the past. I feel like you have had to tame some things inside of yourself. The lion here could be your inner demons, or it could be some inner, traumas or whatever. And I feel for some of you, you've actually been doing the work to heal these things. Some of you, maybe you've been going to therapy. For others, maybe you've just been doing some, personal development work or things like that. And I would say those are just all really good things to be doing, and it's definitely it is going to lead to results. We have the Eight of Wands right here, results. So definitely like that. If you haven't been doing those things, I feel like there's still plenty of time, and I feel like personal development work, all those are the words that are popping into my head. Again, this card doesn't really represent therapy or any of that, but again, it is popping into my head, so I'm gonna say it. And I feel for some of you, any personal development work, therapy, hypnosis, anything that you could do on yourself would be a good idea with this card. We also see this here. The Queen of Wands is very bold, assertive. She's really going for what she wants. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I just feel like this is the energy that you're embracing at this time. And I feel like you are kind of becoming more bold, more assertive, more willing to take risks in a good way, And she is also very attractive. So, it's a card of seduction. So I feel like you're kind of like stepping into this time where you are going to be attracting love into your life. For most of you, I do feel like you need to leave a comfort zone with the Two of Wands to attract love. This represents leaving a comfort zone because there's a village down here. He's grabbing on to something that's complete. He's letting go of something that is complete from the past, grabbing onto this wand that is in front of him, and he has the whole world in his hands. And you also have the Eight of Wands as well. It would not surprise me, by the way, if some of you are moving or traveling or any type of change. Like if you're changing jobs, if you're changing businesses, any type of change you're making that has to do with movement. But again, moving doesn't have to literally be moving. It could just be changing jobs or something like that. Some sort of change, I feel, is going to bring love in for some of you, like your true soulmate person, whatever you want to call it. For others, again, I feel like this is talking about leaving a comfort zone. Some of you are going to have to put yourself out there. Some of you are going to have to actually actively, do things to get love into your life. I always get comments from people who are always like, you always say love is coming in. I'm like, yeah, but you actually have to do something to go and get it. And it's like, I have a friend, I'm not picking on this person, but, I always tell a story. I went out with this girl and, a bunch of us are friends, and this girl's always talking about how she wants love. But we go out and she has her hat pulled down all over her face and, is basically hiding in the corner. I'm like, how do you expect love if you're not even willing to interact with us, your friends, right? So, what I would say here with the Two of Wands is it's you need to make yourself approachable, here as well, or you need to do something to, allow people to come towards you and all this other stuff as well. I understand trying to protect yourself from bozos and, all that other stuff, but it's at the same time, it's if you want love, it's you got to do something to make it happen. So I would, try to push yourself outside of comfort zones. There are ways to do this where you don't have to even deal with bozos as well. You can take a class, great place to meet people. Maybe you're interested in cooking or dancing or whatever, great place to meet people you're interested in. So, putting yourself in situations where there might be people who are, higher value, whatever the hell that means, then, I feel like that's a better option as far as attracting love is concerned. I always tell people, it's if you're going to nightclubs, I don't care. If that's your thing, go for it, right? No judgments here. But it's are you attracting the best of the best at a nightclub? Well, maybe, I don't know. It depends on the nightclub, right? But, I always tell people, it's think of the type of person you want and then think of where they might hang out, right? Probably not a nightclub. Maybe it is for some of you. And again, no judgments here. Go for it, right? I'm all about it. But that's what I'll say there. Next in your last row, you have the Two of Cups. Again, I feel for those of you looking for love that there is definitely a soulmate, very strong connection coming in for you. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of stepping stone soulmates as well in the past, if this reading is resonating with you. The Two of Cups is stepping stone soulmates, which are basically, we can go through periods in our life where we date people where we feel a very strong connection. We feel like they're our twin flame soulmate, whatever. But then there's always an ending or a breakup with that person. But what I would say here is if you're wondering what a stepping stone soulmate is, usually it's a person that we feel a strong connection with because either they have experienced some sort of trauma that we have experienced, and that's really where the connection is. It's like a trauma bond, or they are going through something that we went through maybe years ago. Stepping stone soulmates come into our lives to remind us of the things that we have been through. They come in to be hey, remember when you had this crappy crappy, shitty situation with your money, it's like you could be attracting someone who also goes through a crappy, shitty situation with their money. That is like strikingly similar to what you've been through, right? And it's just the universe saying, like, hey, remember how you went through this? Like, don't do it again. So I feel like some of you have had a lot of that happening as far as love is concerned. But I also feel there's, like, new love coming in. You have the Knight of Cups here, the High Priestess, and the Three of Wands. I do feel there's, like, a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you with the Knight of Cups if you're looking for love. He has this river here that he needs to cross. So for some of you, I do feel you're going through kind of like an emotional healing. I also feel like you need to kind of like look at things more from like a middle ground perspective with the High Priestess. We have the B and the J here, represents a lot of different things, but she's sitting in the middle of the card. Something I always like to point out. She's sitting in the middle, and it kind of says like, there's black and white in all situations, but usually the real answer is somewhere in the middle. I feel like she's saying take a middle ground approach in love, right? It's like don't get into a relationship and be like, oh, I'm going to marry this person right away. And also don't get into a relationship and be like, oh, this isn't going to end well. I'd say like kind of just allowing things to develop in relationships would be a good idea for you with the High Priestess. Also, I would say that for a lot of you, that you have been, if this is resonating with you, I feel like you've experienced a lot of secrecy or secrets in relationships. And again, I'm not judging you or anything like that. It could be coming from your side. It could be coming from other people's side. It could be a mixture of both, where it's like you have secrets, they have secrets. I do feel like it's just saying be a little bit more open in future relationships. Again, if you're not holding anything back, then it's just saying that you're attracting people who are a little bit more open. I don't like this right here, but we're about to clarify your reading. Three of Wands waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. So I would like get your ass moving as far as love is concerned, is what I'd say here, to put it bluntly here, because Three of Wands says there never will be a perfect moment for you to put yourself out there. The perfect moment is now. I've read for just like too many people. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. People always are like, stop telling people what to do. I'm like, I'm not. It's like you have free will. You can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you advice here. But I've read for too many people that are like in their 60s and 70s. Not saying anything against these people, by the way, but it's like they come to me and they tell me, they're like, I wish I didn't waste so much time. I wish I would have, gone out on more dates and like all these things, because it's like they feel like they wasted a lot of time. So, what I would say here is I would get moving, because, it's like, we're not getting any younger, right? But let's see here. What is going on and what other advice we can get. I definitely feel like you are attracting at least a person who wants something permanent, who wants something that really they can work on with the Ten of Pentacles as well. So definitely a good sign as far as love is concerned. But let's see here, and let's see what is going on for you. Boom. Ten of Pentacles again. Love it. Queen of Cups to the Queen of Wands here. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Definitely attracting something permanent, something really nice into your life. Ten of Pentacles, Two Wands. Yeah, I mean, everything is pretty much saying be bold, be assertive, put yourself out there. The Fool, he is willing to look foolish. He's willing to put himself out there and fail. He's willing to do those things. So I feel like you need to be willing to do those things. He also has all the knowledge he needs, He's got this little sack on his back, and it represents like he is fully prepared for what he's about to do, his journey. He's also not afraid to like scrape his knees and things like that as well. So I feel like, approaching love from that standpoint of just like saying, I'm just going to enjoy myself and have fun. Then, I feel like approaching it from that place is going to be a lot better. I feel like, today people approach it from, when is this person going to cheat on me? When is this person going to leave me? When is this person going to blah, 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 blah. It's like when we do that, guess what we attract? We attract a cheater, who lives in their mama's basement eating Cheetos all day, playing Xbox, who does nothing, right? That's what we attract, because then that's what we're thinking about. If you just approach it, say, I'm just going to allow the universe to bring me the best person possible. Guess what we attract? The best person possible. So that's what I would say there. I do feel some of you could be attracting someone who is like shockingly childlike in a good way. I feel that they have very, you could be attracting a person who has very pure intentions with that Fool card. I also get this weird feeling that some of you, either if you could be with a person already and you could be wondering, am I going to marry this person? I would say yes, especially if they are like how I'm about to describe. I feel like for some of you, You could be attracting someone who, and if you're not already with this person, or maybe you know this person already, who it's like, I feel like they do things that would normally cause you to leave another person for whatever reason, but not this one. I feel like this person has an understanding. I feel like these words, they just get it. Those are the words that are popping into my head right now. That could be nice. I feel like some of you could be attracting a person who just understands, who just gets it, whatever the hell that means for you. With the Chariot and the Eight of Wands, you have the Nine of Cups. I do feel like you need to tell the universe what you want. Eight of Wands is the arrows of love. Esther Hicks calls this the rockets of desire. She basically says we're always telling the universe what we want with our feelings, thoughts, intentions, all those things. So I would be very specific about your kind of like your energy at this time. I feel like it's true for everybody. I mean, I'm literally starting a whole entire other new channel, podcast, everything. It's in full development at this time, and it's going to be all about just making, like, it's mostly about making these like tiny little improvements every single day, but it's also going to be about kind of cleaning up your vibration and like what you're telling the universe so you can get like what you want. And so what I would say here is I would tell the universe exactly what you want at this time. Between the Queen of Wands here and the Knight of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. No more stinking thinking is what I would say here. I feel like some of you need to let the past go clearly, or release past situations. The Sun is coming up on the Ten of Swords, and I always like to remind people that the Ten of Swords, yeah, it's a card of something being dead, done, over with, but the Sun is coming up in the background. It kind of reminds us that things will get better, things will improve. Between the Two Wands and the High Priestess, you have the Emperor here. So for a lot of you, I would set healthy. Remember what I was saying about secrets with the High Priestess? The Emperor is all about boundaries. I feel like you need to make sure to set certain boundaries up front. I just think that like sometimes we do things in relationships where it's like we don't get it out up front, and then we start kind of resenting the person even though they don't know why we resent them in the first place, because they do things that we don't like, or because they don't do things that we do like, whatever the case may be. So I would just get things out up front. I think we're all too afraid to lose something we never had in the first place. So it's like, this could be things you're interested in the bedroom. It's like, people are like afraid to say what they're interested in or whatever up front. But it's like, if you're not getting fulfilled, then it's like, how can you blame the person for not fulfilling you when you never told them in the first place? Because you're afraid to be weird, and you're afraid that, telling them that you like to dress up like a horse or something like that is weird, right? It's like, yeah, it is weird, but I don't know, maybe they like to do it too. Who knows? So I would just like put it out there here with the Emperor card. Between the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands, you have the Eight of Wands. Again, very important that you tell the universe what you want. Super important that you get moving as well. Eight of Wands is quick movement and a conclusion. Also, really good card for finding love, because the Eight of Wands says socialize. If you want love, Eight of Wands is all about taking advantage of social opportunities, getting out in public, doing all those things. Top row outcome. Are you kidding me? Love. New love coming in for you. So for those of you who are looking for love at this time, there is clearly love coming in for you. It's like true love coming in for you as well. Middle row, you have are you kidding me? you have the Lovers coming in for you here. And bottom row, let's see, you have the Five of Pentacles. No stinking thinking. Again, Five of Pentacles says do not call attention to your weaknesses. Five of Pentacles is a card that has this little bell around his neck, and it says do not call attention to your weaknesses. So I feel like you're kind of like, what you are thinking is going to attract love into your life very quickly. I would keep it positive. I feel like for those of you who are looking for love, there could be a Leo, an Aries, a water sign coming in for you here. So those are the signs that stand out. Could also be a Gemini. Could be any sign. This is just a general reading. But I feel like for those of you that are looking for true love, there is true love coming in. Most important thing, setting boundaries up front. Second most important, well, actually the first important thing is getting out there, is like doing something to find love. Where are you going to find love? You are going to find love either through making some sort of change, like moving, or like I talked about, moving could also just be a job change or something like that, or socializing right here. So take advantage of social opportunities. Don't pull your hat over your eyes. People need to see your peepers, right? They need to see your mouth. They need to see your face, all that other stuff, so that they know what they're getting into. People also don't want to, be in a relationship with someone who is quiet and brooding. For the most part, it's like, I don't want to be with a person who just sits in the corner and looks like this, right? Nobody wants that. So it's like, be fun, open up, have a good time, right? That's what people want. So Eight of Wands reminds us of that as well. That's what I would say here. What else was I going to say with that Eight of Wands? I think that's it. social opportunities, definitely take advantage of those. Or again, some sort of change is probably where you're going to meet this person. But looks really good. So thank you for being here. Let me know what you think of these readings down below. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.